Hello, everybody. Welcome to Miss Valley Entertainment News. I'll slide my microphone a little bit closer. I apologize. I got some weird glow over here. I don't know what's up with my lighting right now, but it's worse than usual. I do apologize. Don't let that distract you from the fun and mayhem we're going to have here on Miss Valley Entertainment News. Today, I'm going to react to a reaction. As I just decided this is a cool way to do this. Whatever. It's like cascading reactions or something. This is Luke Stevens reacting to the strange and terrible launch of Dustborne, and this is me reacting to Luke Stevens reacting to the strange and terrible launch of Dustborne. If you've never heard of Dustborne, count yourselves lucky. If you've never seen a game that is so bad that makes you want to vomit, if you watch this video, you're going to get a glimpse at it. This is... I only watched a couple of minutes of this 23-minute video by Luke, and this was so bad, I actually can't believe this game was made. That's how bad it is. Let's get into this forthwith and right away, and I'll give you my reaction to what the hell is going on. Let's go. All about Dustborne, the game I hope none of you ever have to play.
You guys want to see something that definitely was not blessed? This is from Nick Tech. This video is simply titled, "This is a 2024 video game." Okay. And top comment is, if you ever feel like you've made a bad financial decision, remember that someone funded whatever this thing is. This is a real game. I've seen clips of this on Twitter/X and TikTok. I thought this was like a parody. I did not realize this was real.
This is... If you don't understand what he's saying, when he starts showing you clips of the game, you will understand, because my immediate thought was that cannot be an actual game. That has to be somebody spoofing us. That's not a real game. Nobody put money into that and made that and put that out. There's no way. Just watch.
But we're gonna look at it. I'm gonna show you. Okay,
Oh,
are you ready?
Oh,
it's hard to watch.
You're not ready. Trust me.
Leave my friends alone. You're just...
God, already.
Looks like a
imagine a
cartoon.
drinking game where every time you cringe, you have to take a drink. God, I'd die.
It's in time. Let's show these guys what we can do. We've been in some scraps, Cy and me. We've learned...
What on earth is this voice acting?
Yeah, the voice acting is terrible.
Christ.
Terrible.
We've been in some scrap. Like, is this... Are they drunk?
Can do.
I would explain it.
We've been in some scraps, Cy and me. We've learned to combine our talents. See, we shout at these folks to block them. You know what? It's easier to explain if we just do it.
That is a face that if you feel your own face as you watch this video, you'll have that expression a lot. I have a feeling as we go on, there'll be parts so bad, it'll make this seem like a really good part. Seriously, this is like an insult to the intelligence of kids in kindergarten. Because I think that might be who this is made for.
Stand down.
You stand down.
Wow, got
No one needs
him.
to get hurt.
You're right. So get the stand still.
That is not a time.
It's my time.
God, I don't know if I can do this, guy.
Why is this one just standing here and not
this
doing
is
anything?
real tough. This is real
Monologuing and just
real
waiting.
tough. See why I thought this was a parody? Like, this is unbelievable.
Afternoon,
And look, someone's
boys.
donating through Super
Ready
Chat.
Afternoon, boys.
for this?
I think so. I mean, we're not boys. We're professionals.
And their reaction as they're getting the shit beat out of them with a baseball bat is, oh, hey, we're not boys. We're professionals. Don't you name call us. That's mean. That hurts our feelings as professionals who refer to us as boys. This is the way characters talk in this game? Are you fucking kidding me? The mentally ill are making games now, people. And the media is loving these games and pushing these games as the best fucking thing ever. And gamers are like, ew, and walking the F away. This is the kind of shit, though, that your mass media and your mentally ill people are pushing on the rest of society and are going to choke us with these kind of games going forward. That's my opinion. What's yours?
We're always friends.
Big words from a small boy.
What?
And then
Big
this.
words. From
This.
Small.
Oh, this is
boy.
bad. This is bad.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
So bad. It gets worse.
Wow. Oh my God.
Sai. What? Hold the bus up. But. Sai, I need you to do this for me. Okay?
God, the voice acting has not gotten any better as the game goes on. It is so halting and lilted and not very good. Sai, I need you to do this. Talk like a normal person.
Fuck.
This isn't working.
There's cursing.
Yeah.
That's not cool
Okay.
for kindergarten
I'll do
kids.
Shit, that's heavy.
I mean, it's a bus.
The network's down.
That explains why the jack's not working.
Luna, where's the wireless router?
I have no idea.
I'll find it.
Look for a big box with
I
blinking
know what
lights.
a router looks like.
He's going to say it. He's going to say it because I've seen this before, and I automatically thought it too. They're going to comment. Someone's going to got to comment on the fact that they put mansplaining in here. He started talking down to her because she's a woman. This had to be in the game, right? Because it's all about pointing out, males are bad. These kind of people are bad. These kind of people are bad. This is bad. This is bad. Doing this is bad. This is all about trying to train our children in the way that the mentally ill want them to be thinking.
Got him.
It's your lucky day, Russ Bucket.
Can you believe that guy was about to mansplain?
Wow.
Wow.
Man,
Is
it's
that
so
a
bad.
vibrator? What is that on the floor? Oh. It's an antenna. I'm part of the problem, apparently.
You break the antenna. No wonder the wire.
He thought it was a vibrator.
Come on, it looks like one, okay?
This to get a signal again.
Like, that looks phallic.
What a fun game this looks like, this mini game too, eh? Wow.
Now, please.
Or is it just a cutscene that's just way too long? I don't know.
Riveting.
Everything it is.
See, this is why when people are like, oh, Star Wars Outlaws is bad, I'm like, I don't know, man. When I think of bad games, like, this is what I think of. Like, this is my standard. Man,
No. Star Wars Outlaws is an unpolished turd being sold to you as a friggin' shiny gold Lamborghini. This game is an insult to everyone's intelligence and is completely pushing an agenda. An agenda to retrain your children. This is what this is about. Because clearly this game is made for kids. Although it's got violence and cursing in it, I don't know why you want your kids to be playing violent and cursing games, but maybe you do. I don't know. But, yeah. Seriously, this game had to be made by mentally ill people. It has to be. Because there's nothing... I don't even have words. I don't even have words.
I get it. Like, maybe the rules need to be that like bad is like maybe a 6 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10. Because again, I generally grade things based off like the American school system grade system, where it's like C is average, B is above average, A is like exceptional, and then D is like below average, but you're still technically passing. and then F is actually failing, and everything beneath that is just catastrophic failure. So maybe
Yeah, I don't know how it works in America, but in Canada, if you get a D, you're failing. You failed with a D. You get straight D's in a class, you failed. You didn't pass it. So maybe things are, well, I guess things are different in Canada than America, but I mean, Star Wars Outlaws would be a D. This would be an F, this game.
like if a bad game is like a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10, this is all the way down at like a 2 or a 1, because it technically runs. So maybe it's like a 2 out of 10.
So in my opinion, a bad game would be a 4 or less. Because you can actually play Star Wars Outlaws and run it, and some people will get some kind of happy joy out of playing it. I guess I would rate it a 4. It's an unfinished, buggy, absolutely terrible game that should never have been published as it is, launched as it is. It's a 4. But a game like this is a 0. It is an absolute 0. It is 0.
But like, this is what I think of when I think of a bad game. Oh God.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Is there some kind of music game going on where you've got to match notes or something here? I'm not sure, or it's just got weird things on the screen. I don't know. But what the hell is that saying? And I just did it better than the people in the game did it. That sounds terrible.
Where the Dustborne, this bug is airborne. Where the newborn, our kind is newborn. Where the Dustborne, this bug is airborne. Where the new
We're the new porn. Am I going to get a strike against my channel for saying the P word? Well, this game, its characters are saying they are the new PORN. And again, mainstream gaming media is going gaga and has pushed this game as going to be the next big thing. They have pushed this game as just being friggin' amazing. As you'll find out, several governments have put money into this game. By the way, that's not surprising. Several governments put money into the day before as well. A lot of times governments get involved in games because they're proud of where the game is being developed or who's developing it or whatever. Or the message being put out or something, right? Still. Can I back it up enough just to show you that on screen? We're the new if you're a parent, you should be horrified. You should be horrified at this.
where the newborn, our kind is newborn. Where the Dustborne.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just wait. Okay, in chat, I need you guys to say, can we stop, please? No, we're suffering through this. We're almost done. And then I'm going to show you something else that's going to break your brain. How much money do you think is confirmed to have been spent on this? Not by investors, but by various governments. You heard me right. Apparently, they have tracked down multiple instances of government grants that were given to this studio for this game.
They should ask for it back.
grants.
They should ask for
Now,
it back.
that's not unheard of. Famously, like Cyberpunk 2077, for example, got government grants from the Polish government for developing that game, parts of it at least.
And that is a thing that, governments do when someone's developing something in country, right? Using that country's assets and that country's people. They do give them grants because they don't want them to outsource, go overseas, go out of the country to go somewhere cheaper to do things. So they give them grants to keep them there. That is something that happens. Yes, we know that.
Which is pretty common, like when you're from a smaller country and then you're one of the biggest companies there, it's common to get government grants.
Yeah.
Other big companies have gotten plenty of government grants, Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, they've all used them. Ubisoft got grants from the Singapore government, which is why they had to release Skull and Bones, which funnily enough has something like, I think it was roughly 8 or 9 times the players that this game does right now. Even months after launch, Skull and Bones is actually doing better than this, which is really funny. But government grants are not an unheard of thing, but you would not have expected them to go to something like this.
Nope.
Okay,
Law to divulge any and all information pertaining to your trial.
that's amazing. How?
Electromagnetic fields. With that glove on, you can control the bat. Throw it, and it comes back.
Sis, you're a genius.
Not have the right to speak.
And I know just how to take this for a spin.
An attorney may be assigned to you by justice during your trial. Your sentencing will be more lenient if you plead guilty now.
I'm in love.
What
with
are they
this
ranting
thing.
about?
I'm warning you guys, stay the hell away from me. I hate robots. Seriously.
Oh, the characters are full of hate for robots. That's not right. I think robots are just people too, without organic parts, right? How can you be so hateful?
Robots. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you have a vocal interface?
Dude, I don't know what kind of Wish.com voice actors they got for that, but it's
Pretty
bad.
terrible. It is pretty terrible.
To make this all the more clear and horrifying, let me show you. Let me just show
It's not. It's literally not voice acting. They got somebody to say the lines, but there's no way any of these people have ever done any acting or voice acting in their lives. There's no way. All they got were people who could speak clearly. That's it. Apparently can't sing. I don't even want to get into that again. I don't ever want to hear that part again. Ever.
show you a little something. Okay. Some of these people found some bits of this. Like this, a archived link to an EU page for a program called Creative Europe. And basically it was €150,000 grant issued to them for the development of this for, like, I guess just the arts. But like, here's the thing. Normally,
Fella you're with.
oh God, you would not, like, to get a grant, you have to go through certain processes and you have to go through approvals and stuff. You can't just get thrown money for nothing. But they've gotten that. Furthermore, apparently there are instances of like multiple millions. The Norwegian Film Institute apparently gave about 14 million kroner, which is equivalent to like 1.5 million US.
I know some people from Norway. They're good people. But what the fuck is wrong with your government? What the fuck?
Dollars. Like, they've received millions from some of these institutes. Like, here's one here, where, as you can see, like, they describe the grant. It's like unbelievable.
Kroner,
They were given a good amount of money for this. Again, everybody in the comments is like, there's no way this is real. But apparently this is unironically in the game.
With the black kid, dresses like a writer. Does he know anything?
There's an ability called Trigger where you can get triggered and just wait. Just wait.
You are racist.
Fella you're with, black kid.
It's like the big power-up upgrade ability.
So, someone describing someone who's not there and describing them by their race is not racist. Now, it doesn't mean these characters, if they're real people, aren't racist, but based on this line, that's not racist. That other fellow you're with, the black kid, he dresses like a writer. Does he know anything? That other person you were with, the Puerto Rican kid, the other person you're with, the Caucasian boy, you know, the other person you're with, the I don't know, the short Asian kid. Like, none of that is racist. It's trying to describe the person without knowing their name. So you're using a description. Black, Asian, speaks Russian. Like, I don't know. Like, the woman, the person who looks like the person who identifies as a woman. Like, it doesn't matter. It's describing someone without knowing their name, describing them to somebody else. That's not racist. Now, if they go on and say something legit racist afterwards, that's fine. But this character reacts to this line. This is full on woke triggering here. This is the woke unnormals getting triggered over nothing.
Is to get triggered again. Like, I can't tell if it's real, but apparently it is. Apparently it is. Madam Savvy on X also posted a bunch of clips trying this game for our sake, and has a clip of this moment.
Deflect.
What can I help?
So all of the dialogue options are all like really toxic things. So it's like you can manipulate, you can describe hoaxes, just make something up to trick somebody and to lie to them. And this is all from the point of view of the protagonist, who is supposedly like the good person, the good guy in the story.
Wow.
And they just very openly are like manipulating their friends and confidants, and they're considered to be good. It shows you like how dysfunctional the people are that made this, that they consider this to be like slay queen. Wait for it.
What can I help you with, officer?
Oh, the
Relax,
acting.
ma'am.
So immediately the main character is thinking, do I have to talk to these police officers? Do I have to like answer their questions? So is it immediately showing distrust of anyone in uniform or anyone in authority? And that's your main character, your protagonist, your good person.
This isn't an interrogation. Just trying to be your friendly neighborhood justices.
Bro, they actually literally did.
Why so suspicious?
We walked
Makes
up
me
to
feel like
them.
you've got something to hide. Nah, just kidding.
He's a big kidder. You just never know what he's gonna do.
Could I see some ID, please? Ma'am?
Oh, that's racist. You can't ask a colored person for ID. A non-white person, you can't ask them for ID because they're just not able to get ID, or maybe they're not smart enough to get ID, because that's what people in governments keep telling us, which is why you can't have ID to vote, right? Because all the people who aren't white, they don't have ID. They don't know how to get ID. This is like a leftist wet dream, this game.
You used the fake ID.
Wow, that's illegal.
It was super effective.
What kind of name is Pax? Is that Mexican?
First of all, that's weird, but
Dude,
so they're perhaps trying to identify where the person's from, or dig out a little more details, or ask questions about the ID of the person who gave it to them, checking to see whether or not the ID is fake or not. That's actually, again, not necessarily racist at all.
again, you can't tell if it's serious or not. Like,
We don't see a lot of Pacificans in the provinces. What are you people doing in the Republic?
Now, what are you people? That could be seen as an iffy statement. That could be. Doesn't necessarily mean that, but it could be seen that way.
hoax?
Ma'am?
We're a band during the
Man.
provinces.
What is this
So what are you,
dialogue?
the groupie?
The groupie? No. Lead singer.
Where'd you play last? Anywhere we might know?
So they're asking questions.
I don't think there are any big venues in the provinces.
John's Bar and Tavern?
Didn't the Spanish-speaking fella say something like Pete's?
Pete's Pool Hall, that's it. You guys play different places?
No, I got them confused. John's was a place we played back in Pacifica.
Okay.
So she's getting nervous now, but then again, she's untruthfully answering their questions and has given them fake ID. She should be fucking nervous. She should be going to jail.
No,
What is
yeah.
this dialogue?
Because there's been reports of deviant activity.
Like,
Deviants associating with anarchists and biker gangs.
I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna speed it up.
Station near Elko.
We got a call from a Henry. Which
Oh wait, I can't. Hold on. My bad.
Sure, they were sterile.
Anyway,
Completely incapable of reproducing.
So it's making us. So we fucked with them. We lied to them. We did commit crimes, and now we have to do this.
he has no respect for you. The man just insulted you in front of civilians.
Oh my
You
gosh.
let that pass?
Yeah, slay.
Oh my fucking god! Look at the cap.
Mansplaining again. Mansplaining is starting to piss me off.
And you're mansplaining. They unironically use the term mansplaining, dude. This is unreal. You know that when they're writing this scene, like, they expect. Do we real quick? Do we have in chat? Do we have an emote or an emoji or something for like snapping? Because you know that's what they hope you're doing in this scene. Wow, yeah, you got to get the police officers to turn on each other. So point out that he's mansplaining. That'll do it. Like, is there a snap
Louise.
emote? I feel like that's appropriate here.
Complaining is starting to piss me
From
off.
making a fool of yourself. You should be thanking me.
We are the misinformation.
Yeah.
You think that? Who's the fucking fool now?
Oh my god. Stop resisting!
First of all, terrible language. Second of all, they pulled their weapons on each other. Even the friggin' robot waitress in the background is horrified. This game isn't a joke. It is a message being pointed loud and clear at your children. Because look at the art style. This is the game for children. This is meant to teach your children everything society wants them to know to be a good conforming member of their society going forward. Not the terrible person they would be if they listened to you, their parents.
Resisting!
Don't fucking try me.
Oh, I will try you.
The people that
Wow.
wrote this, like, seriously thought, like, yes, we need to do a commentary on
Luke, they're
the
mentally
police
ill,
state.
Luke.
So we're
They
going
are
to point out
mentally
to
ill.
one of the police officers. The other one is mansplaining. And they will be justifiably so upset about this, they will attempt to murder the person who is mansplaining.
Yeah.
And because he's a police officer, he has such a lust for blood that he will kill her in turn. That's quality writing.
Oh
truly.
boy.
Oh my god, I didn't think they were actually gonna double shoot, but they did.
Are they?
Justice weapons are technically non-lethal at long range. At short range,
Excuse me.
they'll definitely have some regrets when they wake up in a couple hours.
I'm sorry.
And probably also some internal bleeding.
Wow.
Internal bleeding means you die
Yeah.
if you don't get medical help, and you're gonna let them have internal bleeding for
Couple
a
of
couple
hours.
That they're not gonna be okay, my
These people are clearly who wrote this, not doctors. Nope.
friend. If they have internal bleeding,
Oh my God.
and you leave, they're not gonna be okay.
Jeez, this is a code red
my way.
incident. I gotta contact the authorities immediately.
Oh my god. Code red? What does that mean?
Can I get past?
They don't know what code red means? Who didn't know what code red meant? Oh my goodness.
Hey, Betty. We want to order more food. The customer always comes first, right?
So we committed
Oh, sure, of course.
crimes.
What do you need, Toots?
You're not going to get the people
They're
help.
supposed to be the good guys.
You're not getting help for the police officers who you caused to shoot each other. and now have internal bleeding as they lie on the floor unconscious, dying. You're instead going to order food and just step over the bodies. Yeah, I'm pretty disturbed by this, actually. I'm pretty fucking disturbed by this game.
Again, just remember that.
Sweets? What did you want?
Betty, there's really no good way to ask
Just
this,
take all the
but
cupcakes and go.
more officers are going to show up and ask about what happened. And they can't...
That I basically caused 2 people to kill each other.
Wow.
But I'm a good person, and I could have used my trigger ability, but I didn't. So I had restraint. So really, it's not really that much of my fault.
know we were here.
Man.
Oh, hun. It sounds like you're in a real pickle, huh? I'm sorry, but I can't lie to those officers. It's against
But you
my
technically did nothing.
Even if I
You
could lie,
technically
it's
did
still
nothing
legal
wrong.
to
They
search
shot
my
each other.
memories.
Why are you concerned?
However, if I run a self-destruct program, my data
Why
will
would
be
the bot
completely
say
wiped.
this?
Would you like me to do that instead?
Oh, so now you're going to tell the robot to off itself. Like, I'm not finding any of this funny. I'm finding this extremely fucking disturbing. Were the people writing this in an insane asylum while they were writing it?
Are you offering to commit suicide?
Ah, jeez. When you put it that way, it does sound terrible. So what'll it be, yes or no to self-destruction?
Are they trying to do Fallout levels of fucking humor?
You'll have to self-destruct, Betty. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize, hun.
No one gives a fuck, Paint Tool Sai.
Just give me 1 second here and I'll just... Oh!
Where's the explosion?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like, what I don't understand is that people have spent years working on something like this and millions of dollars, and they put this together and they never really stop to wonder if anybody's actually interested. Like, the consideration of whether this has like entertainment value never comes into the equation.
It's not about entertainment. It's about a message. It's about getting that message into the hands of children and changing and subverting their mindset. That's what this is about.
And that's what really frustrates me, is that it's like assumed you need to buy it and play it to be like, I don't know, like an ally or whatever. And they never stop to think like, wait, do people actually want to play it? Like, is this fun? Is this enjoyable? Or does it just feel like a lecture the whole time? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And it's built upon a false premise too. Yeah, just lie to people and deceive them because you're a good person. This whole thing is like built on a false premise, which is that if you do this type of thing, if you make these games, that characters like this will, like, I guess, play your game and buy it in droves. Like the whole fallacy of the modern audience, which so many of us have been critiquing. Like, they literally just don't come out. They don't show up because they don't really exist. People will play games because they look fun or because they are fun or their friends think they're fun. People will enjoy it if that's the case. But when all you've done with your game is make it filled with a cast of insufferable characters, it's really, really tough to find any reason to play it whatsoever.
Probably more people buy this game because they see what a disaster it is and they want to experience that disaster for themselves. They're like, there's no way this game could be that bad, so they go buy it. Or they're a reviewer on YouTube or whatever. Think about all the thousands upon thousands of people who will review gaming videos on YouTube. And I'm not talking about game journalists or games activist journalists who work for, magazines or websites. I'm talking about the average YouTuber who maybe only has 100, followers, or they might have 100,000 followers, all the people in between who are interested in games and will review games or play games so people get a look at them or whatever. So and they try to draw people to their site off of that. Those are the people who are mainly going to be purchasing this game. I bet you the amount of people who play this game just because this game looks awesome, I really want to play it, is far lesser percentage than those who just want to review it because they want to bring people eyes to what they're doing, and they want to bring people to their YouTube site or whatever. In which case, us YouTubers become the problem, because we perpetuate the, hey, there's some sales for this. There's really not.
And as a result, the game is flopping catastrophically. It's not even close to moderate success. The cancelability. We've learned how to cancel someone. Cancel will allow us to isolate people from their friends and compatriots. In battle, this...
You're teaching about cancel culture. You're teaching your kids about cancel culture. Let's isolate people from their friends and compatriots. Well, how do you do that? You start driving wedges between them. How do you do that? Well, obviously this character uses lies. Did he use that? Do not see what this game has tried to teach your children.
This could be a useful tool against enemies. Again, I can't tell what's real or not anymore. This is an example of when activism takes precedent over quality concerns.
Yeah. Duh.
And I've expressed previously, I'm generally not that worried. I'm not really an alarmist when it comes to activist involvement in video games, because it tends to sort of reveal itself.
Well, yeah, this
pretty
one
transparently.
obviously.
It's kind of hard not to laugh at it, because when somebody is not a writer for a video game and they write a story in a game, it's usually not very good. And when their primary directive is not to write a good story, but rather to be an activist or something, usually you can tell. Sometimes you can't.
But if even this gets in the hands of one child out there and influences them, that's enough to anger me. This should not happen. This should not happen. Governments who gave money to this should be looking at the finished product and demanding their money back from the studio and making it go bankrupt, taking the money out of the hands of the people who designed this, because I can bet you anything, of the money they got, they probably pocketed 80% of it, put the rest into the game, and they're living in some lavish mansion on a beach somewhere.
Can't, because they're a good writer and they happen to be an activist, and then it's just like a solid story with maybe some social messaging and whatever. That's fine in my view. But when it causes the quality to plummet, as in this case, the game ends up flopping catastrophically. Because nobody's actually interested. Everybody's like, "Yep, we're good." And you can,
thankfully Luke didn't buy it, so that's good.
Generally, kind of sort themselves out, which is just kind of funny to me. They spent years on this and millions of dollars on it, and this is all
here?
they've got.
This little
and
yellow
they have like 30
thing,
people
Luke.
playing it, and I think most of the people playing it are playing it ironically for YouTube videos making fun of it. I don't think, I wouldn't even be surprised if the people that made this game are playing it themselves. I don't think they actually like playing video games, because none of those choices, nothing they did there at any point looked fun or engaging or entertaining. It all just seemed to be one big guilt trip fest or a lecture fest of, well,
exactly
we're
it is.
gonna cancel people and then commit hoaxes and lie to them about stuff and gaslight them and do all this.
Get people
but
killed.
Because we're the good guys, it's okay. If we were the bad guys, it would be bad, but we're not bad because
that's exactly the thinking of these people. That's exactly the problem. What causes someone to think that way? Mental illness.
we said we're not bad, therefore it's good. Real big brain crap right there. And you can see the performance is right where you would expect it. A total of what, 73 reviews, 23 people playing the game. It's just unreal. But this is the thing, the video game business is tough to begin with when you're making good games.
Yeah, it is.
When that's the stuff you're putting out, you will fail, and investors and
You'll fail, but again, I stand by the fact that I bet you they pocketed 80% of all the money that came in. Did not go into this game.
executives and stuff, even if they hold to everything that's being presented in that game narratively, which I think a lot of it is fairly detestable, like openly lying to people and deceiving them for the greater good, like that, if that's not a slippery slope, I don't know what is. But they ultimately care about money, and if these games are going to plummet in profitability,
they don't care about the money because they knew the game was never going to sell in the first place. I think that they pocketed the money. You're missing. Yeah, they care about money, but they're not worried about the sales because they've already got the money and they've already spent it on themselves. They've siphoned it all off.
And just
Guarantee
lose and hemorrhage hundreds of millions of dollars. Eventually they'll just give up and move on. You know, there's been reporting that Disney's move, or rather Marvel, is making moves away from that approach, and that a lot of these big studios are starting to do it. If anything, I get the feeling like Star Wars Outlaws at one point had more of that stuff, and I think a lot of it was cut out. Characters like Vale just don't make any sense in the game anymore, and I get the sense that a lot of their dialogue and scenes were removed at some point. I think that we're seeing a shift, and I think we're going to stop seeing this many games. We'll still see a number of games like whatever Dustborne for the coming years, because a lot of them are in the process right now, and if they got government grants and stuff, they have to release, like they can't cancel it. So that's going to be a thing. But I think
which explains why the day before actually released, because they had a bunch of government grants. So you're wondering why they bothered to put it out when it was a crap game. They knew everyone was going to get refunded anyways, because they had to put it out.
Very few, if any, of those types of like modern audience reboots will get greenlit now. I don't think so. The game is at 4.26 stars on the PlayStation Store. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, don't you have to buy it on PlayStation in order to leave a review? So, I mean, think of somebody that's willing to spend money on that. I mean, it's the same reason why like Suicide Squad or Concord have really good reviews on their platforms, and it's because like the people that were willing to spend money on it knew what they were getting and were okay with it. Let's see. Vayron, thank you for resubbing with Prime. 5 months. Ooh, baby. It's just a voice. There's no acting there. Yeah, I don't know. It's like straight up AI. It sounds AI. It doesn't even sound real.
All right, people. So that's my reaction to Luke Stevens' reaction to the strange and terrible launch of Dustborne. I'm going to link this down below. The original video here from Luke. And you can go back and watch it. I don't think any of you are going to go back and watch it, but I'm going to tell you you can. That was so painful and so annoying and aggravating and angering. Yeah, I'm not in favor of this kind of stuff at all. This is trying to beam a message straight to your kids' brains, people. This is just not cool shit. Not cool shit at all. This is all about being sneaky, being underhanded, being illegal, getting easily triggered by little things, by inciting violence, by canceling people. This is like absolute garbage. It's teaching it all this stuff's okay as long as you're the good person. Spoiler alert, for those in reality, if you do these things, you're not a good person. You're the bad person, because bad people do bad things. Good people do bad things on occasion, feel guilty about it, and stop doing them. This is a whole nother level, once again, of mental illness. And it's invading our society, and it's worming its way in, and is getting helped by governments giving money to this and pushing this kind of stuff. By the media getting behind this, by activists posing as media getting behind this kind of stuff. This is just not cool, people. Let me know down below what you think. Did you get through the video all the way? You must be interested in this story then, because you certainly didn't watch the entire video to see more clips of that piece of garbage. From Miss Valley Entertainment News, my name is Dread. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.